All right. The problem, guys, is the rat race, because the rat race is real. Not only we saw kids go and buy a car, what actually happened is this. We find the other important person. Sure. So two people realize, that they can live in one income and save the other. So quickly, they accumulate some money, and then, my God, we got to go overseas. Why? Because we've never been. Sure? Oh, we're going to upgrade the stereo, all the car. We're going to blah, 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 blah. You know, we got to live a little. And eventually, we do all these different things that we got to do. But then, we put the smallest possible deposit, and we buy the biggest possible house, don't we? I'm going to scare you with this conversation about a house in a moment. I'm going to tell you, I said to you, and I started saying, I'm not going to be nice. Some of you will be going like, ooh. Right? But I'm going to give you solutions to the 46-year-old in my office saying, what are the solutions? I'm going to deliver right here, right now. So stay with the conversation, because we go and buy the biggest house with the smallest deposit. And then what we do is all the advertising on television that said free interest, that we always change the channel. We remember them all. And then we go and buy everything on credit, don't we? And put everything in the house. Well, it's okay because we have two incomes. But then one day you take the wrong aisle in the supermarket and all the baby things are right there. Right? A few months later, he's the little one. Woo-hoo-hoo. And we feed the babies because they look like us. You look like me. You're so cute. And sometimes we even say, hey, let's make another one. Right? So then what actually happens is you're hooked, aren't you, into the rat race. Because now you have all these bills, plus child care, plus the expenses of the others. And and that's why you show up at my office at 46. Saying, hey, I've been doing this for 26 years. What do I do now? See, everybody knows the conversation about risk and return. Everybody knows that conversation. The higher the risk, the higher the return. The higher the return, the higher the risk, yes? So somebody's saying that, seeing 46 years of age, saying, hey, what do I do now? The truth is, I want to retire as soon as possible. Well, you've got to take a lot of risk. Oh, my God. I never learned about that. There is no such a thing as investing without risk. Get that. There is no such a thing as investing without risk. That's why if you start paying yourself first and paying yourself first, you can command that money to go and work for you and diversify that money into more risk, less risk, but have your money working for you. But what we do is we get hooked in to start with into the rat race. Then at 46, do you know that some people come to my office and they're 60? And I say, hi. I say, hello. And I say, hi, it's too late now, isn't it? So are you planning to die next week? No. You're going to stick around? Yeah? Well, man, let's build a chain reaction, which I'm going to teach you. So let's keep going. The solution, folks, it's capitalism. You live in the land of opportunity. Can you just imagine how much milk got drunk in Sydney today? Just today. Just how much milk got drunk in the city today. Now I want you to imagine the infrastructure so the milk gets to you. So a few days ago, a farmer had to go and milk the cows, put it through a system that cools the milk, cleans the milk, puts in a truck, goes into bottles, goes into the refrigerator, then gets into another truck, then gets into your latte. Right? What happened? Capitalism happened. Mobile phones, 20 years ago, worthless. Today, $32 billion. Can you imagine just how many people get employed because of mobile phones? What's going on is capitalism. Capitalism means that there's so much money going through that surely if you put your hand up like this, somebody ought to stick. Right? But we are going like this. I got bills, man. Yeah? So surely capitalism is all around us. Now, some of you are entrepreneurs and are here to learn some stuff to go and get your teeth into it. Fantastic. Go do it. Could you imagine if we lived in an age where anything you want to know, you tap into a machine, you put the code words into a machine, and this machine just threw at you all this limitless information on the subject. Could you imagine if that was possible? Are you awake now? See, we still operate that we got to go to school so we can get a job. And yet, you can open a business tonight for $20 Doing what? Well, my suggestion is find out whatever you're passionate about. If you're passionate about hair, then open a business to do with hair, because then you have the motivation. If you're passionate about food, fish, whatever it is that gets you going, go and get a business on the side on this and drive that baby with passion. Why? Because you can. Capitalism is all around us. But I know this afternoon there are going to become some awesome ideas that are going to come your way. Right? So I'm just clarifying these things, guys. And then I'm going to show you how we came into the scene as accountants and financial planners, and we took an attitude because it's needed. So capitalism is all around us. In my early 20s, I realized I was an idiot. The truth was, I went to university. I did an economics degree, so I graduated. I was 20 years old. And then I realized for a moment that every single thing I ever read, it's because somebody forced me. What? Yeah. My parents expect me to go to school, so I went. Then they expect me to go to university, so I went. And the teachers expect me to do an exam, so I did. So they put books in front of me. The truth is, I crammed the night before, right? So everything I read was because it was nothing I read because I wanted to. The moment that realization came to me, I started reading because I'm really motivated about making money work for me. Do you know you can buy anyone's life work for 25 bucks? And if you don't want to spend the 25 bucks, walk into a library. It's free. You know? So guys, you want to know anything about investing in property? There are tons of books. Shares, managed funds. Everybody knows somebody who knows about money. Why wouldn't it be you? Who's looking after your pig? You are. And the point is that the better you get at these conversations, people come to you for advice later. Scary thought. Right? So what I want to do is deliver 120 hours. So imagine you took aside 120 hours to read all this stuff. I'm going to give all to you now, an hour and a half. And the truth is, you're going to remember most of it. I'm already going through some of the things. Remember that thing about conscious, unconscious, you know, competent, incompetent? Just imagine the very first time you kissed somebody else. I'm not talking about a kiss on the lips or a kiss on the cheek. I'm talking a good French kiss. Very first kiss, you're totally incompetent and unconscious of what's about to come. And suddenly you went all the way, didn't you? It's a joke, folks. Thank you. Are you still with the idiot word there, huh? Oh, he's an idiot. Don't worry about it. Right? So the whole idea is if kissing is much harder than investing. Much harder.